Okay, you know what is growth? Growth is both how we get it and how to keep it going with a deep strategic choice and nimble execution. Now, I'm going to explain this quick before we go on. Now, when we talk about growth, some people, they grow from a particular part of their life to a particular. So for example, let's look at someone that is unemployed and need an employment. So such person that is unemployed and need an employment, suddenly when they get the job, some people get relaxed, or some people that need promotion, when they get this, they get relaxed and they are looking at it as if, you know what, I've gotten what I want. So that is a part of growth. Now, to keep yourself going in the part of that decision that has happened to you, that is another set of growth. And so it requires a strategic move and a nimble execution. So your strategy must be vast, must be deep, but your execution must be simple. So to sell yourself, to position yourself right, you must have a solid working strategy, but simple execution. Solid strategy, but simple execution. But most times we all make this mistake. We have a solid strategy, but we have a complicated execution. And so most times our strategy might be simple, but doing it become complicated. And that's why when we do it, like it just happened, that's why you see people, they just conceive idea, they are rolling it, suddenly they get bumped. Why? Because most people build too complicated strategy to achieve things for themselves. And so today, we're going to be dealing with 3 modules in this session. 3 modules. That's what we are dealing with in this session. And so we are starting with the module 1. So in this module 1, we'll be talking about find you, understand you, and build you. Find you, understand you, and build you. I hope you have a pen. I hope you have a paper there, because we're going to be doing some work here today. We're going to be doing some exercise as we go ahead today. Find you, understand you, and build you. So you are for sale. So let's talk about find you. And I said, before healing others, you have to heal yourself. Before healing others, it is important to heal yourself. Before selling yourself to someone, before positioning yourself for profiting to other people, you need to be able to position yourself for yourself and be able to get clarity for yourself before you are able to sell yourself to others. So you are for sale, but the first person that you need to sell yourself to is to sell yourself to yourself. Selling yourself to yourself. And most times we go to a job interview, we go for business negotiation without having this proper understanding. And even in our growth path, in our career, in our business, without having this proper decorum of selling ourselves to ourselves. So that is why before healing others, it is important to heal yourself. So evaluating yourself. I hope you all have your pen and paper there, because we are going to be doing, please answer these questions sincerely. Now, I would just advise you, either with your pen or with your paper, just draw 3 lines, never, always, and something. Just draw 3 lines, and on each line, just put at the top of it, never, always, and sometimes. So this is what I'm talking about. If you can see the screen, never, always, and something. So if you can just quickly just get a pen and a paper or if it is on your notepad, on your iPad, you can do it. So we'll be asking these following questions because it's an interactive section. So the first is, number one, I believe other people get more in life than I get. So if it is never, tick it. If it is always, tick it. If it happens to you all the time, tick it. If it happens to you sometimes, tick it. So let's know. Please, if you are getting it, let me just see reactions on the chat room that yes, we are getting it, so that I can know we're on the same page. Please, thank you so much, everyone, so that I can know people getting this exercise. Thank you. All right, so let's go to the second question now. We are doing 25 of these. So I love what I see in the mirror. Have you ever said that to yourself? Or you always say that to yourself when you wake up in the morning, or sometimes when you remember. So tick one quickly. Okay, number 3. I'm not sure people will love me if they really know who I am. I am not sure people will love me if they really know who I am. Let's know, is it never? Does it happen to you always? Or sometimes you used to tell yourself, just tick it on your, either on your note or. So let's go to number 4. I think people enjoy my company. I think people enjoy my company. So let's see if it is never, always, and sometimes. Number 5, I think I have a low confidence. Is it never? Is it always? Is it sometimes? So number 6, I am satisfied with what I have accomplished. I am satisfied with what I have accomplished in life. Number 7, when I meet people I don't know, I feel shy and less confidence. When I meet new people I don't know, I'm always shy and less confidence. Please, this is the base of this session, and I hope we all remember what we are doing now is we are evaluating ourselves. And I said we need to find you. So we are finding you. And so you are finding yourself for yourself. So it is not Coach Korede that is finding you for you now. So we are going through this exercise to find you for you. So quickly just go through. I believe other people get more in life than me. Does that happen to you always? I love what I see in the mirror. Okay, so let's go. I think my colleagues see me as an interesting person. Either your business partner, either your colleagues, your friends, people around you, they see me as an interesting person. Number 9, I bore people. Do you think you bore people? So you are selecting one, either sometimes, either always. Okay. So let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Either sometimes, either always. Let's do it, 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 let's do it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think I made a good impression on others. I think I made good impression on others. Let's check it. I think I made good impression on others. So either So just look at it, the one that works for you. I think I make good impression on others. Okay, so we are going to number 11 now. I look stupid. Do you feel this like, do you feel like this sometime? Do you feel like this sometime? Oh, sometimes you felt, I look stupid. Okay, I am satisfied with my physical look. You know, sometimes these things can affect us. I am satisfied with my physical look. Number 13, I sometimes wish I could be like others. Like, oh, like you are feeling now that, oh, I wish I'm talking like Coach Korede now. You sometimes want to be like others. It happens to everyone. Please remember, you are thinking never, always, and sometimes. Be sincere with yourself. Be sincere with yourself. It's just going to help you. Be sincere with yourself. I think people really like me. I think people really like me. Okay, number 15. I feel like a fool. I feel like a fool. Number 16, people are happy knowing me. Wow. I think I have a session, I did a session like this one time like that I talked about, are you an oh God, or thank God, or this person has come with another trouble. I think some people are saying you're trying to join, they can't gain access. Please, if you know anyone like that, please, if the person has registered, they should just click on the registration link. I mean, just click on the registration link. It's not, okay. So let's go to number 17. I feel frustrated because I cannot do things. I feel frustrated because I cannot do things. Number 18, I am grateful for life. Number 19, I felt I got pushed around. Number 20, I feel great about the way I look. I feel great about the way I look. Number 21, I think things never work for me. I think things never work for me. Number 22, I feel proud of some things I have done. Sincere question. Number 23, I think I am ugly. Sometimes you think like that, take it. Always let us know. Or never, you'll never think like that. Number 24, I love challenges. I love challenges. And 25, I wish I could change the place with someone else. I wish I could change places with someone else. Okay, some people that you wish that you could just show somebody that is in Canada to Dubai and you are in Canada. Just to give you a quick example. Now, so everyone should have up to like 25 questions now. So before we go to, so now calculate it, 1, 2, so just calculate, do a calculation of what you have. 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 So I'm waiting for us to do that calculation of everything. So just do calculation of what you have now. 6/10. Someone says 6/10. So let's see. Let's go back and go and check the results. So I'm sure we all are sincere with ourselves. Okay, so let's go. So if your number is between 0 to 12, few people achieve this score. It means your self-image is good. If you are truly honest with yourself, or else you are indeed far from self-acceptance or self-recognition. Now, if your score is between 0 to, if you are being honest, you have a self-good image, you are far from self-acceptance. That means, but if you are not honest with yourself, if you just pick it because you just want to pick it, that means you are far from self-acceptance or self-recognition. But if you are sincere, you have a self-good image. So let's see another numbers. I think we have one. So if your number is between 13 to 14, 13 to 22, this is a good score. It means you know yourself and you understand what your strengths are. This also tells that you are not perfect. This clearly shows you have a good self-image and quiet confidence about yourself. Now, you can see the two between 0 to 12. 0 to 12 is a good score, but the person still needs to do a little work on self-acceptance and self-recognition. Sometimes you still feel talked away by, okay, I don't care, I care, I don't care, I care. Do you get it? Now, if your score is between 23 to 33, your self-image is averagely good, but you still have not accepted yourself for who you are. You tend to be too aware of your weakness and it damps your image. Now, who has, I mean, I can only see one number, okay? Who is between 13 and 12? Who is between 23 and 33? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, who is there, who is there? Who wants to tell us, who is there? Oh, you said you mean 6 to 10. Okay, woman of God. Okay, I'm going to go back to 6 to 10 now. Sorry. I think someone missed it. So let me just take us back again so that we can get it right again. So number one, ask yourself. So to calculate just those things that you tick, calculate the ones you tick. So calculate the ones you tick. So you calculate it one after the other, 1, 2, 3. So your never, if your never is 10, write 10. If your always is 5 plus 5, that's 15. If your sometimes is 3 plus 3, that's 18. So you are 18. Because I know, do you get it now, Mr. Matthew? So everything you've ticked, calculate, just count everything, 1, 2, 1 now. Okay, let me, so everyone look at my, can you see my paper? Now, so just calculate, just count, this is never, 1, 2, that is, write 2 under it. Go to always, 1, 2, 3, write 3 under it. Go to sometimes, okay, 1, 2, write 2 under it, then calculate, sum everything together. You should get one single number. So if you look at everything on my list, on this paper now, I just have like 6 ticking, 6. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So thank you, Mister. Thank you. So for those that are just joining us, we are going through this exercise. So we are slowing down because of you. So just get a paper and do 3, put them into 3 rows, and on each row, just write never, always, and sometimes. And then look at these questions that are on the screen, and then answer it one after the other. Number 1, I believe other people get more in life than I get. If it is never, tick never. If it is always, tick always. If it is sometimes, tick sometimes. Number 2, I love what I see in the mirror. That is yourself. If it is sometimes, tick sometimes. If it is always, tick always. If it is never, tick never. Okay. So let's go to number 3 now. Let's go to number 3 now. Quickly. Okay, I'm not sure people would love me if they really know who I am. Okay. So if you didn't do it well the other time, you can still do it again now. Okay. Okay, so we are trying to, for those that just joined us, I'm trying to slow down so that we can quickly do it. Okay, so let's go again. Okay, so, all right, so. Okay, so I think we are good now. What if you don't know the answer? Just put never there. That means you are not sure of it. So it's just put never there. That means it has not ever happened to you. Just put never there. Okay. I'm satisfied with what I've accomplished. Okay, for those people on Instagram, you can, to join the live session, just click on the bio and then you get access to the platform. Okay, you get access to the platform. You get access to the platform. That's where you can see the exercise we are doing because it's a workshop. And so we have some exercise that we are doing. For anyone on Facebook, I'm sure Facebook people, you can see the screen too. That's where to do the exercise. Okay, so I think we can move on to the second page now. Okay, for those people joining us that just joined us. Okay, so these are the second set of questions. So quickly just ask yourself this next question. I look stupid. Does that happen to you? I'm satisfied with my physical look. I sometimes wish I could be like others. I think people really like me. I feel like a fool. People are happy knowing me. I feel frustrated because I cannot do things. I am grateful for my life. I felt I got pushed around. I felt people, I feel great about the way I looked. So do you have this? So let's just look at it quickly. Okay. So let's just look at it quickly. Let's look at it together quickly. All right. All right. So always, sometimes, never. Always, sometimes, never. It is very, very important. Always, sometimes, never. So I hope we are all getting it so that we can move quickly. We can move quickly. For those that just joined us, I hope I mean, you can always answer the question. Just take a look. I feel full, never. People are, be sincere with yourself, because at the end of these, we are going to see what the result is. And then you should remember, we are talking about finding you, and to find you, you need to evaluate you before we can find you. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, so we continue now. So we can move on now to the last part of the question, the last 5. Okay, I think things never work for me. Do you always have that feeling? I feel proud of something I've ever done. I feel proud of some things I have done. I feel proud of some things I have done. I feel proud of something I have done. I think I am ugly. I love challenges. I wish I could change places with someone. I wish I could change places with someone. Okay, so let's do the summation now. Remember, like I explained the other time, so if you have these three, so calculate the numbers under never, write it. Calculate the numbers under always, write it. Calculate the tick under sometimes, then sum everything together. You should be able to get one number, either 20, either 12, either 30, either 40, whatever number you get. So if you've sincerely gone through that, now let's check what your okay. Should I are you saying I should go over the question again? Okay, I think because of time, we are trying to. Okay, this is the last time for the sake of people that just join us. We would we will take it again now for the last time. For the last time, this is a workshop, so it's not just a talking show. That's why we need to, and that's why please sometimes. Okay, so number one, so I will read it and then you can quickly go through it. We have 3 modules, so we need to cover up quickly. I believe other people get more in life that I get, never, always stick. I love what I see in the mirror. Yes, yes, yes. Only one per question. Only one per question. So if you believe other people get more in life than you, so if it is never, just tick never. If you think it happens always, just tick that. And if you think it just happens, it never happens. It happens sometimes, just tick it. So in each line, you have to tick one. You have to tick one. All right. I love what I see in the mirror. I think people enjoy my company. Okay, I think I have low self-esteem. I am satisfied with what I have accomplished. When I meet people I don't know, I feel shy and less confidence. I think my colleagues see me as an interesting person. Number 9, I bore people. Number 10, I think I make good impression on others. Now I think I can move on now to the next one because of time. I look stupid. Number 12, I am satisfied with my physical look. Number 13, I sometimes wish I could like others. Number 14, I think people really like me. Number 15, I feel like a fool. Number 16, people are happy knowing me. Number 17, I feel frustrated because I cannot do things. Number 18, I'm grateful for life. Number 19, I felt I got pushed around. Number 20, I feel great about the way I look. I feel great about the way I look. So quickly, let's go through this. All right, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So please, you need a paper, you need a pen in this session. This is a workshop. All right, okay. So I think we can go to the last part of the question again now. I think, okay, so check. You should be able to tick this. So let's go to the last part of the question. I think things never work for me. I feel proud of some things I have done. I think I am ugly. I love challenges. I wish I could change places with someone else. Okay, this is the last for those that, okay, I wish I'm the one I'm in Canada, and people in Canada, in Nigeria, or in Cameroon, or in Togo. Okay. So I'm sure we should all have this now. So let's be doing our submission. Sorry. Let's be doing our submission now, please. Do your submission now. Do your submission now, please. Do your submission. So calculate all the numbers you have. Look at everything, like I said earlier on. Look at all the numbers. So calculate all your ticking. Okay. Okay, so calculate 13 plus 12. That's 25. 20%. So 35. So let's check your answers now. So if okay, yeah, exactly, Bisola, exactly. You're correct. You're correct. You're correct, Bisola. So you're correct. So if your total summation is between 0 and 12, after you have calculated everything together, you are between 0 and 12. It means your self-image is good if you are honest with yourself, or else you are indeed far from self-acceptance and self-recognition. If your total score is between 13 and 22, this is a good score. It means that you know yourself and you understand what your strengths are. This also tells that you are not perfect. This clearly shows you have a self-good image and quite confident about yourself. Definitely, it cannot be more than 23 to 33. It shows your self-image is averagely good. So for those that are on 25, I think this is you. Your self-image is averagely good, but you still have not accepted yourself for who you are. You tend to be too aware of your weakness, and this damp your image. So you are imbalanced. You are always imbalanced. You are always imbalanced. So if you are between 34 and 50, your self-image is not good. You probably have problem with self-confidence. You will find it difficult to see the past, your weak point, and have too little faith about yourself. But in this exercise, most times people fall between 13 to 22 and 23 to 33. Okay, now the calculation is this. Okay. Okay, sorry. Now the calculation is this. Under your never, calculate how many things that you tick. If it is 10, write it. Under your always, you should not, on each question, you should just have one single tick. You cannot have everything ticked. On each question, you should just have, okay, Oluwatosin said, okay, so under each question, you should not have that. So if you just calculate on one question, you should, in one line, number one, you should just have one tick. Number two, you should just have one tick. Number three, you should just have one tick. Number four, you should just have one tick. Number five, you should just, so those are the things you will now sum together and get this number. So Oluwatosin said, I have 0 to 13. 13, I mean, you are standing on 13. You still have a good score. It means you know your strengths. Okay. You should not abstain from any question. You should answer every question. So if there is a question that you think it doesn't happen, this does not happen to you. So better you think never. It does not happen to you. If there is a question, yes, yes, yes. Never is 6, always is 12 sometimes. So calculating this together, Sister Jovi, that means that 18 plus 7, that's like 25. 25, yeah, that's like 25. So if you answer correctly, yes, that was what I meant by 13 always and 25. That means you are on 25. So if you go through it correctly, you should be between 23 to 25. If you are sincere with yourself, you would get 25. If you answer the question, yeah, and look at that is 23 to 25. So you are 23, 24. Now look at it now. Between 23 to 33, that means you are 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So if you fall in any of these numbers to 33, your self-image is averagely good, but you have not accepted your weakness. Okay. Okay, you see, this is, I think the next class, we're going to be having a physical class. Do we have anybody that got it? I mean, let me know, just show me sign of hand. I can unmute you, then you can, maybe we can get an explanation from you. Yes, 25 marks. If you get more than 25, there is a problem. If you get 23, 33, we need to pray to God. I think that was what man of God was saying, that how would somebody get 23? The explanation that goes with this does not explain your personality. Let me tell you, we have these feelings and we have this thing that, oh, this explanation does not go with my personality. But let me tell you, the real of yourself is those questions. And that's why I used to tell people that every time, sometimes we imagine ourselves to be this. We imagine ourselves, no, I'm a loving person. I'm a sweet person. No. But when you take yourself through a moment of self-examination, self-tests, so and that's what leadership. Okay, Matthew Samuel is raising hand, and that's what leadership is all about. Thank you, Matthew. I'm going to unmute you now. I think, okay. Do you want to explain? Thank you. I've just unmuted you, Matthew.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Ideally, these questions ought to have one question in each column.
Yes.
And when you tick each answer in each column, it will sum to 25. However, there are sometimes individuals who may not be confident. They don't know whether the answer they should give is never, sometimes, or always. So they can decide to tick 2 columns or even the 3 columns. So this is why you have numbers that are above 25. That is why you have 34 to 50, because when you sum them together at the end of the day, you arrive at that 34 to 50. However, if you tick each column, one answer for each, it will come down to 25. But in a situation whereby somebody ticks 2 answers or 3 answers, more than 1 column for each answer, then of course you have these variations you are talking about. So this explains why we have between 23 to 33, 34 to 50, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I think I think it's more clearer now. Okay, somebody's talking. Someone said, how did somebody get 13? It's possible to get 13. If you get 13, it's possible. That means you are being sincere. And that is what the person that said never, my character does not, you see, when you see, most times, especially leadership, most times when we go through, okay, Oluwatosin said, I got 13 always. Okay, I means the person is abstained. That means the person has abstained from answering. You might not even be abstained from answering. You might be sincere with yourself. I have gone through these tests most times, and I've seen that, wow, I think, oh, I know. So this is how I found myself. So it is just a self-evaluation to really see yourself. Now, if you go into your toilet now as we are speaking, you will not see things. Or you put a water, yeah. Take a water from your dispenser or from your bottled water. You're just seeing the water. But by the time you put microscope into that water or into that washroom area, what you will see, you will not even want to go too close to it again. You will not, you say, is this how my washroom? So these are the germs in my washroom. Now, why did you look at that? Because you have use a microscope to see things, and that is how we look. But if you look at it, say, my washroom is clean. In fact, I have some nice odor that I've put there. It's smelling nice. But by the time you check, you will discover that, oh, you need to go and buy some jigs, some Clorox to kill those germs. And that is what self-evaluation does for you. Now, it does not make you bad. It does not make you that you are not a good person. No, the purpose is to be able to know that, okay, I still have more to work on myself. Remember, you want to sell yourself. And the way we think people should accept us, sometimes when they don't accept us like that, we felt bad because we think for ourselves that I'm a good person now. I try to know. But these are the little things. You might be bold, you might know more about yourself. And that's why I said, I used to tell people this thing, that understand when we say know yourself, who are you? That word, who are you, seems very, very simple. But most people, oh, you know, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, and then we tell ourselves, oh, I'm right in Christ. I'm right in Christ. I'm a son of God. Yes, that is, I understand the spiritual part. But those things can just be a rhetorical word, can just be a word to suit yourself without finding the real you. The real you is what you will sort yourself. And if you have find you, whatever career, whatever business, whatever area you find yourself, you keep pushing yourself into the face. So quickly, because of time, so we've done find you. So let's go to the second module now. So let's go into the second module, understand you. So, you know, when you find you, you need to now understand you, which is very, very, very important. Understand you. The foundation of personal aspiration is simply building a quality self-image. For you to grow, you need to shed weight. For you to grow, you need to shed weight. Quality self-image. So there's a question that what do you tell yourself regarding the areas you are experiencing problem now? Because you find yourself, do you have a clearer understanding of who that person is? So for you to have an understanding, then it has to be that, okay, when you come up with challenges, either in your job to sell yourself, what do you tell yourself? Do you have understanding about your appearance? What do you tell yourself about your appearance? What do you tell yourself about your intelligence, your skills, and your value? Now, these are the 4 key important areas of your life that you must understand to be able to get yourself in as a valuable person in the society or wherever you find yourself. your appearance, your intelligence, your skills, and your value. People appreciate you more, number one, with your appearance. Oh, that is when, if you dress nice, say, wow, I like the way you dress. You appear spark. Then when you start talking, they start looking at your intelligence. Then when you stay with them for a while, your skills start speaking. So he's a very skillful person. So when your skills start speaking, after a while, we start checking your value. Okay, does he have values? What are his value? What is our value? So your appearance and your skills and your value are the things you must understand about yourself. So if you are currently having challenges in these any areas, what are the things you are telling yourself concerning these areas? In the areas of your appearance, which is very, very important, how people perceive you when they see you. In the area of your intelligence, in the area of your skills, and in the areas of your value. So when you have this clearer understanding, you need to market yourself in these 4 parts. Remember, when you evaluate yourself and you've been able to find that, okay, like most of us, we fall between 23 to 33, which says your self-image is averagely good, but you have not accepted yourself for who you are. You tend to be too aware of your weakness, and this dampens your self-image, if that is where you fall. So when you now need to now understand yourself, okay, which part of myself have I not accepted, or which part of myself am I having a little low self-esteem about? Is it my appearance? Or my intelligence? Or I'm not even putting out the right skills? Or I don't even have value? And when we talk about value, I'm not just talking about integrity. Those are, I'm not talking about this general value, integrity, competence, all this normal banking stuff value, that our value is customer service, personal. I'm talking about self-generated values that you have generated for yourself. What are the values that is guiding yourself? And so if there is no self-guiding value, you may have issues about your awareness. You may have issues about the way you're presenting yourself. I have 10 personal values that guides my life. And one of those values is make positive impact on anyone you meet and anywhere you go. Number 2, be a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. Now, you cannot go and check a bank and see you cannot see those words. So I didn't copy my value from, I encountered this value like 10 years ago. And it has, so people that has come across me, you would have, these two that I have said, you would have stylishly find it in the way I act. Make positive impact. I don't know if I'm with you for 5 minutes, you will experience positive. There's no how. I will not leave you without impact. And if you've come across me, you will know I'm always like, okay, it has happened. What do we need to do? Okay, we have slapped you. Okay, how do we? Another impact is consciously build a great legacy, starting now, today, and forever. That is my life. Consciously building a great legacy. I am conscious about my legacy. Another value is make God, my family, and my nation proud. So these are personal value I encounter from Felado Toye, and I carved it into my personal life. make positive impact. So when I want to say, if you come across me and you say, wow, Korede dress well, oh, we have a good discussions, is a very intelligent guy, oh, very, very skillful, then my value is guiding. My value is the thing behind my appearance, behind my intelligence, behind my skills. Because each time I am, he's bold, he can talk. No, what is guiding me is the values that I have embedded into myself, that I have carved into myself, that I want to make positive impact on anyone I meet and anywhere I go. So when I'm at a workplace, I want to make positive impact. When I'm talking to people, positive impact. When I'm on my job, positive impact. It has to embed in you. That is what will build your self-awareness. That is what will build your self-growth. That is what you will need to understand about yourself before you could grow. So when I'm selling myself, when I'm positioning myself for during crisis time, no matter what it is, I check these 4 things. Because your appearance people can see you today, see you tomorrow, you go, I will know him very well. You used to dress dark, good. People can talk and say everybody is intelligent, but it is your skills. So look at these 4 areas of your life, write it down now, and ask yourself, my appearance, is it adding advantage to me? Or is it the one that is causing me not to be able to understand myself very well? My intelligence, how am I working on it? What skills am I bringing in? Everybody can write. When I write, you should know that this is the signature of this guy. When I talk, you should know that this is the signature. Everybody can talk. There's a saying that says talk is cheap. Depends on who is talking. So your values, it is your value that will drive your self-image. And when we talk about value, value is a personal thing that you will craft for yourself. Because it's what will drive you. We can both have integrity on our value lists, but what that integrity is saying to you, what it means to you should be different from what it means to me. It can be different from what it means to me. Some people, their integrity is only about money. They don't want to touch money, but they can dampen other people's life. They can destroy. They don't have integrity on how to manage relationship. And they will tell you, I have integrity, but your integrity is you can't keep words in their hand and they keep it for you. It is lack of integrity. So those are the things that we look at. And so positioning yourself for profiting requires a clearer understanding on these things. So let's go to the module 2. Do you have any question before we go to the module 2? Does anybody ask question? Can I go on? Let me know if we can go on. Let me know if you are getting it. Let me know if there is. All right. People, are you there? Let's use the chat. Are you there?
Yes, we are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I actually have a question.
Okay.
Maybe because, pardon me, maybe because I'm a teacher, and you kind of like these 4 characteristics or features. You're trying to link it to self-evaluation or self-efficacy. Now, some people, they might appear, their appearance might be good, but they have less value for themselves. And some people, they might be intelligent and their appearance, maybe they look scruffy. like when you first have see them, the way they might look haggard or this, but that does not mean their intelligence quotient is not really high. Also, some skills are what we learn. Skills are learned. They are let me say talents to be learned and after modified for individual benefit. Some skills are like we have different types of skills. We have soft skills, we have emotional skill, we have different skills. Now, what effect does our skill have on our self-evaluation?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, for that question. Now, your skill have a great effect on your self-evaluation. Now, when we talk about skills, what I mean, if you look at the Bible says David is a skillful guy. Now, what brought David to the palace, what will make him even stand before the king is because of his skills. There is a way you feel if you know that you know something. Have you ever had that feeling before in your school when you are teaching? I mean, among your colleagues, and maybe you want to do maybe one technology, something or something on the system, and people does not know it, but you know it. There's this feel inside you that you just want to. It makes you carry yourself. It makes you see yourself as knowledgeable, and that's when you see these IT guys. They always feel that they know more than any other person. If you've worked with IT guys very well, they are, I mean, people that did app, that do these, they will tell you, we can destroy everything that you've been working from morning to down, from morning to dawn. So there is a way it plays some kind of, how do I put it? Some kind of pad on your shoulder. Let me use that word, because you find yourself, I'm knowledgeable. I know this thing. Even if at your workplace, people are not getting it, you just want to sit at the corner and you say, I know this place. People will come to you, you become so, it has happened to me before. Now, let me share an example with you quickly. I was working in an organization. If you come from Nigeria, you will know MultiChoice, that's DSTV. I was working in that organization and I have a presentation skills, I have writing skills and stuff like that. So one thing happens, we used to do presentation every week. And so many people, these people that we are graduate, everybody, polished people, but some people are always shy, like, I can't talk in public, but I can talk, I can present, I can design PowerPoint. So at the point, I will now stand and sit. You understand, like, when I come into the organization, there is this kind of aura, there's this kind of respect, there's this kind of the way I want to carry myself, the way I want to present myself, because I have the skills that people does not have. And so they begin to come close to me and begin to see myself as important. It begins to see my appearance as important. So your skills also play a very important role in your self-evaluation. Now, let me now narrow everything down to values. If you look at it, you will see that I put the value on red. Your value is the driver of your appearance, of your intelligence, and your skills. If the right value is in you and you are guiding your life with the right value, your appearance will it will speak in the way you appear. Because you want people to always, you won't appear smelling. You won't appear with your hair tattered, because you know there is a value guiding your life. That, see, you don't need to open your mouth before people accept you. So you want to look it. And so this same value also guides you into your intelligence, to develop your intelligence quotient. How? You don't just want to look good and want people to experience you and they say, it just look good, you don't get anything for brain. Do you get it? It just look good, you know, it's not skillful. So that is why your values is important. Is the driver of the other three things. Your skills makes you see yourself as a worthy person because you know more than people. And that is why skill development is so important. Either is a soft skill, either is an art skill, either is an emotional skill. And when I talk to people in corporate places, when I talk about workplace effectiveness or workplace growth, I tell people that most times workplace effectiveness is not just being good on a job. It's about developing a personal skills that nobody has. And most of these skills, they are soft skills. Now, I share this example again about how my presentation has helped me. When I was working in that organization, we are to pick we are in call center, over 150 people. So we have to pick like 3,000 calls every month. Sometimes my calls in the month will just be like 1,500. But do you know when we are doing self-evaluation, I would be ticked. Why? Because my other skills, my skill is paving way for me. If my spouse says, Korede, no, we know you now, you are good. This 1-5, we know you now. Presentation skills, you are good. Communication skills, you are there. Contributing to this unit, you are there. So is it because of 1,500 calls I want to mark you down? I better go, you are good. What is speaking for me? My skills, my skills, my skills. But my skills was working because I found the values that I know that, look, this value is important and it has to take me further. I hope I'm able to answer your question. Sister CV, sorry. Sister Jovi, you have a question? Sorry, I've kept you holding your hand for long. So you can ask now.
Actually, Director, it's not a question. I wanted to contribute to what the question the other sister asked, but
Okay.
I think you have covered some areas because she's an educator like myself. So I wanted to add something to what she said about skills, but you've done that already. You've covered it, so it's fine.
All right, thank you very much. So I think we can move on now. Now, so let's go to the module 2, which says your life guide. The greatest lever for change is awareness, but there are some things that guide your life. Your first life guide is your brain. That's your logic. Which everybody use. Your brain is very logical. As I was saying, the guy get brain, that guy get brain. That guy, he knows how to do logic. It's just like mathematics. It's logical. Our brains are logic. There's a way to calculation. There's a it's always like I calculate. Is your brain. You are in a conference at work. It's your brain. One of your life guide is your brain, is your logic. Number 2, your heart. Your heart is one of your life guide. Is very, very emotional. Oh, goodness. And so sorry. Oh, so we are being guided with 3 things. Number 1, our logic, which is our brain. Number 2, our heart, which is always emotion. And number 3, our instinct, which is God. And as a Christian, we call this the Holy Spirit. If you are a church goer, it says something just tell me. I don't know if you've had such experience, like something just tell me now. I don't know if somebody had that before. Just that something is your God, is your instinct. Your instinct is your God. It's something that tells you, you know what, you can do this now, go ahead. Now you can do this, go ahead. Your instinct. So we're going to the 3rd point that I talk about, build you. What will build you is these 3 life guards that is guiding you and how you are using it to guide your life. Your emotion, your instinct, and your brain, your heart, and your gut. Your brain, your heart, and your gut. And your gut is your instinct. So it is not about having a good mind. It is about building it well. You need to build your heart well. You need to build your brain well. And you need to let your instincts pick the right thing. Now, in relation to your strength and weakness, this guide monitors your strengths and monitors your weakness. So if you are someone that is weakened, you will see that this guide will always tend to your weakness. And the guy is not smart at all. His brain is calculating that non-smartness. So your life guide in relation with your strength and your weakness. So let's quickly look at it quickly. The brain. How does the brain works with our skill? Now, your brain will thoroughly analyze problem and suggest solution. If you see skillful people, when they use their brain, they use it to analyze, okay, for example, okay, this computer is faulty now, or this website just shut down. So what they do is your brain process the problem, we just analyze it. And then suggest option, this thing can work. If we do it like this, it will go. Now, how your brain works with your strength. This is how your brain works with your skill. It thoroughly go through it, suggest the problem. This is how your brain works with your strengths. Carefully consider logical options that helps you prepare for the future. That is why your brain will always say, you know what? You are good in this thing. Develop it. Develop yourself. Develop yourself. Develop yourself. That is what your brain suggests into you. It's very calculative. It gives you the courage, okay, go through courses, go through this thing, and go through courses, go through this thing. It is your brain that is suggesting that so that you can prepare for the future. How your brain works with your weakness. For weak people, they need your brain, the way brain work with weakness is you need time needs time and accurate information to thoroughly consider options. So for example, let me cite this example of your brain guide with strengths and weakness. Now, if you see people that are problem solvers, they are go-getters, they just want to do things, there's their strengths, they believe that nothing is impossible. Their brain calculates immediately and they start preparing, they start working on, they analyze the problem, they start getting the suggestions and say, okay, what we do like this, what if we do like this, what if we do like this? But if you look at people that are weakened in problem solving, now what their brains does is, that's good, I'll tell you, so please, when you give them a note, say, you know what, hold on, I need to go and read it first. I need to understand it. I just need more time. I just need more time to go through this information, to process it. So in your area of strength, what your brain does, it helps you to think quickly. And that is why you need to know which one of these logic guide, which one of these life guides you need to be bringing forward in every of your engagements. Sorry. Okay. In every of your engagements. So when you use your brain for your skills, it analyzes the problem. In the area of your strength, it considers all options and help you prepare. But in the area of your weakness, your brain will ask for more time to process information. Now, let's talk about your emotion. That's the second lifeguard. Your emotion rely on memory and what you have learned in the past. Always emotional about things. And that's where you see somebody will tell you, this person has hurt me in the past. And that's why you see people have developed, some people that have become marriage counselor, relationship counselor today. Now they have been able to master those skills as a result of what has happened to them in the past. I say, I have 20 breakups when I was young. And so I think I need to begin to teach people. So they have developed themselves well. They rely on the memory and what they have learned in the past. Oh, when I was in school, I was taught algebra. Now I am teaching algebra. Oh, so passionate about it. My heart is in it. That is what your heart does to your skills if you let your heart guide you. But if you let your brain guide you, it will always analyze. But if you let your heart guide you, your heart will always rely on memory. You are too emotional about things. And so what does your emotion do to your strength? It helps you to make quick decisions based on feeling about past experiences and learning. That's why it's too emotional about things. It's too emotional about things. It's like, no, there's this like, you don't just want people to, you connect your emotion to it. And then to your weakness, what does your emotion? Sometimes if you are too emotional, you draw wrong conclusion about a situation. And that's when you see people solving issues, people just get angry. This thing has happened before. I would never let it happen again. And you would, no, calm. Our emotions sometimes make us draw conclusion about situations. Accept that, such is life. Oh, no. So if you are being guided always by your emotion, when it comes to your area of skills, it will always bring you to what has happened before, what someone has done before. But if you use your emotion with your strength, it will always help you to make decisions based on feelings, on experiences, or something that you have learned in the past. And most times, this thing, what it does is it takes you and gives you the wrong conclusion. So let's talk about your gut, which is your instinct. Instinct in the area of your skills, what does it do? It identifies danger, and we always advise whether to fight back or run away. That is what, when you use your instinct in the area of your skill, that's what it does. There's a problem in this thing. There's an issue in this thing, okay? Just park. In the area of your strength, if you bring your instinct to your strength, it gets you to act fast without thinking, and sometimes protect you from wrong decision that may be logic, but harmful to you. You can see what your gut does. And that's why for Christians that are here, that's why the Bible says some things, I'm trying to look for that verse, like some things are good. Like I'm trying to look for that scripture in the Bible, but what exactly was saying it, what I'm trying to look for is, this thing might look good, this thing might look normal. For example, some things look normal that, okay, we live in Dubai, you live abroad, oh, you live, it's normal that you should do, but are they pleasant? if they hear it at home, would they be happy? With family and friends? Okay, I think someone has helped me. All things are lawful, but not expedient. Thank you very much, sir. That's what I'm looking for. And that is what your instinct does for you. Oh boy, if I do this thing, it's okay, I don't have money. I don't have money now. I should be able to tell somebody to buy visa. When you come to Dubai, you get job. I'm a teacher. They are nice, but your logic, it's logical for you to do that because you are doing business. But your instinct will tell your boy, no drama, calm down. That is what, if you use your instinct to guide yourself. And what does your instinct do with your weakness? May get you to act quickly and dangerous without caution, conscious thoughts. May get you to act quickly and dangerous without conscious thoughts. So it has the advantage and it has the disadvantage. Most times, so if your instinct guides you, if you use your instinct, the disadvantage will always be you will act quickly, but sometimes it will be dangerous because it doesn't take time to think about it. And so these are your lifeguards. Every one of us, we are guided by either our brain, our heart, or our guts. But so we need to understand how it works with every areas of our life, with the area of our skills, with the area of our strengths, and with the area of our weaknesses. And always know that in every situation, which one should I put out first? To stand out in the place of work, do I need to pay more attention to my logic mind or my emotions or my instincts? So please answer this question sincerely. We are in the question here again. Answer this question sincerely. Which of these three guides is your primary guide? Which of these three guides is your primary guide? So write it down. My heart, my emotions, and my instincts. Which of these three guides is your primary guide? How does this work for you? So when you have write any one of them, remember you are writing one. How does this work for you? You remember this thing. Does it work for you well in the area of your skills? Okay, so you've picked brain. That is your logic mind. Does it work for you well in the area of your skills or in the area of your strength or in the area of your weakness? Number three, if you want to make changes based on what we've seen in the table, which of the guide will you need to bring on board to a large extent? So if you want to make changes now, say, you know what, based on this thing I have, so I think my brain would help me more, or my instinct. Now, somebody is saying something. Okay, thank you, Oluwatosin. Now, everyone close your eyes. I can't see you. So close your eyes. Now, look at any specific situation in your work or personal life. Okay, now, ask yourself, this one of those things, where is the need? Where do you need any of this more? What do you need to now bring out now? Any specific situation in your work or personal life where this will be needful. Any specific situation, targets, workplace, ethics, politics. Okay. Think of a pending problem that you need to make decision on, but you are not yet to do that. What are the following guides telling you about it? Think of any pending problems you need to make a decision on, but you are yet to do that. What are the following guides telling you about it? Now, finally, how are you going to bring together what the three guides are telling you? So you are joining this question with this question. Sorry, think of the problem, and then those problem. Think of, okay, I need to begin to use my heart for this. I need to begin to use my brain for this. I need to begin to use my instinct for this. All right. I hope we've been able to answer that question. So I'm going to give a room for just one or two persons. Okay, you want to just share something, I mean, it's a workshop, it's an open class. So you want to share something about this quickly. Just want to maybe ask questions or just share your understanding about this, or just share just want to share something about these guards, how maybe you've used one before, or maybe you make decision, or you want to just share with you one event that you think these guards can help you. Okay. Yes, so Mr. Desire. I hope you are writing self because you should write these things. And thank you, Mr. Desire. So someone wants to tell us about how the life guide. So, Mr. Desire, do you write? Okay, Mr. Samuel. Okay, thank you, sir. You can unmute, sir.
Hello, can you hear me, sir? Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Yes. I actually wanted to just make a little contribution because some people can, how do I put it now? They make decisions based on their personality. For instance, not necessarily personality per se, but by their sex design. For men, most likely, they tend to be more logical, while for women, they tend to be more go with instincts. So sometimes your sex contributes to your primary areas of decision making. So that's just what I wanted to contribute, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. You're very correct. Yeah. Okay, I see a lot of hands. So let me go to Oluwatosin before coming to Mr. Hilary. Okay, Oluwatosin, you can unmute. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for putting up this amazing workshop. It's been an amazing journey so far. Yeah, personally, I'm in a kind of circumstance now, or a situation, let me put it rather to say, that I needed to make a decision. Actually, I was expecting something, and when the thing was not forthcoming, my instinct was telling me that something is wrong somewhere. That I needed to take a step. But my emotion wanted to get hold of me because, as humans, first of all, irrespective of your personality and anything, you will surely react to things emotionally. But your ability to control your emotion determines the effect. Okay. But every human being, as the way we are made, we react to things, and your reaction to things is what it has to do with your emotions. Now back to the topic at hand. Yes, I was really angry. I was sad. I was down, but my instinct told me, rather than drooling, crying, doing this, why don't you take a step? My instinct told me that if I could do this, maybe there was going to be a solution. Now, many areas of life we have that there are times that we have those options, be it the instinct telling us to do something, our emotions together. But under the scale of preference, you have to look for which one do you think will work for you fast. If you think showing of your emotion will be the solution to the situation, yeah, you can go for emotions. If you think using your brain to even instinct, it still has to do with the brain. It's the mind, and the mind is connected to the brain, and the emotions comes through the heart. So they are all interconnected. Let's be sincere. They are interconnected. Emotion has to do with the heart. Instinct has to do with the mind, and the mind cannot function without the brain. So everything works on. But under the scale of preference, which one do you scale higher? Is it your emotions? Is it your instinct? That would be what you are going to work on, or you are going to use as your result. Maybe to go to follow your instinct or to follow your emotions. So to say individually, most of us will use the scale of preference to assign the reaction to a particular situation. So
thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me think. I mean, you the explanation, I think we need it. So like she said, and that is it. You need to, those three things are together, but you need to know the one to put first and the one to put second in all situations. And where we make mistake most times is we try to put the one that should come first to the second, and then you have shouted, I should not have shouted. Okay, so let me just go to Mr. Hilary. Over to you, sir.
We are more than conquerors. Good afternoon to all. Korede, congratulations, and I pray that the Spirit of God will continue lead you and keep on, because the sky will not be your limit. It's not easy what you are doing. But generally, if you see history, people begin from 1, 2, 3, then it becomes an international class. And with our own small effort, we'll do our best to support you.
Thank you very
now,
much.
Based on your question, for example, I have a situation which has really been disturbing me, and it plays between the logic, the emotion, and the instinct. But at the tail end, I can see the instinct which I surrender it on the powers of the Holy Spirit to give me the light and the direction. One second, somebody's telling me. 1 second, please. Please, can you come in 1 hour time? Okay. So it's a project that is coming from. It's a project, and automatically when the project came to me, I look at 3 dimensions as you place on the window, and immediately my brain gives me a direction. And this direction is like a platter of gold if I have to go through this direction. But in this direction, there are some limits, because the next thing that comes in this direction, the emotion is 0. But if I go this way, it's going to be the perfect solution for the project. Very perfect. Because for the non-disclosure issue, it will be highly protected, and they can never be circumvention. Because they work according to the international rules. But emotionally, there is something. When I say emotionally, when you start doing, even in small businesses that people are doing, when you are outside our continent, our color, for sure, has very big problem when it comes to international trade. They don't really respect African. You have to sell your technology through another stronger energy. So, but this set of people, they don't really see it that way. They don't really give our color, our color, that power. But with them, when you sign this agreement, you will do it. So emotionally, I'm being touched. Now, there is a second option, which will definitely work well. But partners that we are doing this transaction together will not really give value to that level. And there's the issue of circumvention. And, your instinct and spiritually, you know that there is some black legs along this line. And the spirit is telling you that if you go here, just prepare for circumvention. Now you're in the middle of a crossroad where you have two issues playing with you. And now you ask yourself spiritually, which is the instinct, should I go? But the Holy Spirit is telling you, if you go here, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, there will be circumvention. They may take this transaction out of you, which is something like a lifetime transaction. So now I want to ask you, based on this three presentation, how do you do this? Already, I know what I'm going to do, but I want you to, with your vision and your expertise in this, and going day by day, what is your advice?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. So two things we come to play in this kind of a thing, and then what is it? Your logic and your instinct. You need to kill your emotion. And that's the reality. Because your emotion would always tell you, it is your emotion that is telling you, what if, if they will they will take this thing away from me. Hey, they will take this thing, hey, these people. So what you need to do is to bring your logic and your instinct to guide. Now, your heart is clear. And so what logic need to play is, look at what we said about logic, sir. If anybody is in this kind of situation, now look at what we talk about logic. We said thoroughly analyze and suggest options, carefully consider the logical options that will help you prepare for the future. So if anybody is in this kind of situation, you need your logic and your instinct. Your instinct has already tell you the danger, it has already shown you what to do. Now go back to your logic and focus on your strengths. Look for every options that will guide you and guide the vision. And in such kind of discussion, what can guide you, such kind of deal, you need a great legal deal, a great legal backing that we have everything. And this thing that Dickens just shared, so many people, we make that mistake. We just go, let's just do it, and then in the future we start regretting. And if you look at most people that are into artists, music, these are what mistake they make. They just act fast by instinct, but they never. So rely back on your strength, bring your brain to work. Get on every options that will protect the future of that business, that will protect you in that line. So that's it. And so what are the options? So two things, like I said, your instinct must be at work, which is say go, and you must use your logic, but don't rely on weakness. Be very smart. Don't be taking 1 year, 10 years to let me think about it. No, it will take time. Quickly rely on your strength, be vast in your thinking, look for every other options that can help you. You need a legal backing, you need experts into it, you need to have people on your side, you need to bring your character, your value must play. Remember the 4 things we talk about, your value must play in the role. So I think, I don't know if I'm able to give direction a bit to that, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you
very much, sir. So so let's quickly move on. I'm sure we are so clear about how this thing guides us. So let's go to the model 3, the evolution of time. This understanding will help you. Now, I have tell us that now you find yourself, you understand yourself, now sell yourself. We started with find, we started with understanding, and that's where we go to the logic, the gods, and the now. That is on the now, evolution of time. To sell yourself, you need to understand time. Even Bible says time and seasons. There's a song that says seasons and times, you all know that song. this evolution of time. Time is the universal currency. Time is what connects everybody together. Time is precious. It's close to 2 p.m. in Dubai. In Nigeria, it's 11 a.m. In Canada, it's different. Time is constant. It can be different, but it is what holds everyone together. Time, you need to understand time and seasons. Is the universal currency that changes. It's like dollar. It can be on your own side today. If you don't use it now and invest, it will go. But that time that gone, you cannot redeem it back. So I'm going to quickly talk about the evolution of time. Now, the first evolution of time is the caveman era. Now, I want you to pay attention here to something. Now, the caveman era is the era they call the hunting era. That is in those days when the evolution of the heart begins. What started time in the past then, when people were start going, was hunting. And they were hunting now, not this one, on the ground. The first evolution of human existence, human interaction into the world is hunting. And even if you look at it very, very well, very, very well, where we come from those of us that come from Nigeria, some people, you still see that the back of their name, Odegbemide, Odeyale, Odeshino, or the hunter become this. In fact, they have turned those things. The caveman era was the days of hunting. And everything they are doing was on the ground. Everything they are doing was on the ground. Two things they are using. They are using their strength and they are using their skills. The caveman era was the days of hunting on the ground. Everything they are eating is on the ground. They hunt, they shoot animal. That's the caveman era. That's the beginning of time. And then we evolved into the agrarian era. As then we start eating from the ground. Before, everything was on the ground. They shoot an animal on the ground. Then there was an evolving into agrarian, then agric. That's why we start planting. We start believing that, no, this tree should be able to produce something now. Then agrarian starts. That's the time we start using the land. That's the time everybody starts saying, you know what, because me and you, we speak this particular language, this should be our own territory. Oh, in this our own area, we used to see orange. In their own area there, they used to see mango. And we want to drink their mango. They want to drink our orange. That's the time of when selling begins. That's trade by barter. And they begin to argue, you know what, let's meet in a particular place. Now, people that fails to move from that caveman era to that agrarian era, they are what? They are left behind. Time forget them. Because they say, no, this is what our forefathers has been doing. Let's be doing it. Let's be doing it. We can't change. No. This is the solution. This is the foundation. This is the ancient landmark. No, we can't change. So they remain there. But it is only the smart among them that decide, okay, let's start to rear farming now. Let's start rearing animal now. Because these people that is doing agriculture, they will need also, so they need fertilizer. So they evolve too. but they are still practicing their business. But they are not doing the business. They are not doing their caveman the way they started it. They have evolved, but they didn't leave their landmark, but they evolved. So the next era that came after the caveman era is the agrarian era. And that's where we begin to use the land. We begin to do allocation, we begin to do land allocation, selling of begins. And everything that is existing to sustain man, that era is from the ground. Remember, the first one is on the ground. Two things was constant again during their time: strength and skills. Remember, to do hunting, they need strength. You must be heavy before you can go and do hunt. And you must have a skill on how to kill an animal. Now, again, in the agrarian, that is the agriculture era, two things is again there: strength and skills. Time will change, but strength and skill will remain. So again, we evolved again, and then we move into the industrial era. And that is the time where there's a lot of industries. The white goes into the black country. They begin to develop businesses like, okay, let's start building factories. Okay, let's start building banks. Let's start building organizations, corporations. Then under the ground. And that's where we start discovering oil, the crude oil in Africa. We start looking, okay, there is gold. We start digging deep under the ground. The industrial era is the days of under the ground. Start discovering the natural resources, everything. Two things was working again: strength and skills. Now, remember, from the beginning, something is changing. When the eras are changing, it changed from the ground, in the ground, under the ground. It changed from the ground, on the ground, from the ground, and under the ground. But skills and strength is the driver. Of everything. Then we now move into the era that we are now, the technology era. That's the era of the brain. So we have moved away from the ground. We have moved into our brain. There is nothing on the, so for things on the ground to sustain, the things in the head must be alert for things on the ground to sustain. The technology area. Two things is working again: your strength and your skill. We have moved from the caveman to the agrarian, to the industrial era, and now to the technology era. But what will sell you in these times is your strength and your skill. And most time we all forget this thing because of self-survival. Because if you fail to use your skill and your strength for your profiting, you will use it for, you will use it to push another person's agenda. And so when we talk about selling yourself and your skills, we're not talking about, no, go and start business. No, go and, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about bringing your skills, sell your skills, sell your strengths. We have moved to the technology area, to the area of your brain. You can see how time evolved. Everything was changing, but nothing has changed all through this era. Strength and skills has not changed. Strength and skills is the driver of greatness. Strength and skill is the driver of outstanding in career. Strength and skill is the driver of business and career success anywhere. And so to sell yourself, you need to pay more attention to the development of your strengths. This is a free class. We will not do short analysis. We will not sit down and break that. Do you get? But your strength and your skill. Some people think, okay, what is my strength? What is my strength? What is my, are you saying my strength is my talent? Are you saying my strength is my gift? No, if you want to hear that, you pay for that. But let's just go straight quickly. Strength and your skill is what is needed now, especially for everyone that is listening to me. If you are in this country that we are, that is the way out, that is the way up. In your school that you are teaching, bring out your A game. As in, I don't know, display the genuinity of your potential at your workplace. See, I have seen this. You see, everything I'm telling you, I'm not telling you, I don't thought that, okay, you ready for a book. I have seen it work for me. Today, I am working in the medical field. I say these things every time. And I'm working in a very special cancer. I did management in school. Today, I am sitting on the top list of professors that deal with pediatric cancer. How? It is the development of strength and skill. So I brought my strength and skill to game. So most of them does not have it. So it looks like, wow. So we can, so it is easy to sit down and have a fantastic event. It is easy to sit down and engage media like this. Wow. No. Teach me. No, we need you. This guy, you can, no, we need you. No. And then, so I begin to sit in the decision-making of people that desire pediatric cancer treatment protocol. It is not by power, it is not by mind, it is the grace of God. I'm not relying on anything that I know or that I've done. It is God that has orchestrated. There are better people that knows it. But I'm telling you that what works now in this uncertain times is your visa. Don't compete, stop competition. Just stay and say, you know what is it that is so great about me? I shared my story about when I was working in an organization, a multi-choice Nigeria. The only thing that scaled me, the only thing that still give me the recognition, one of them looked at me one day, he saw me one day, sent me a message, he said, wow, what you are saying then, we now see you are doing it. What everybody, and there was somebody said, oh, there is antagonist. A lot of people. Who is this guy? Where is he coming from? What is he saying? Shut up. But I just kept, I know I have the strength. I know I have the skills. Some people will go and do for me something, and they want. You cannot look like it. If you do not have it, you don't have it. Nobody, it cannot look like it. So I start polishing. I read everything I can read. We have a library. I read all the books in the library. When they check the library list, they will always see Korede has borrowed a book this week. Now, it's a conscious effort, and then it profits me. We need to beat the game. Thank God we're all Africans there. In your place of work, guys, you need to beat the game. You are not competing with anybody. You are building yourself for yourself to be able to stay ahead in career. So Bring your strength and skill on board in this time. That is how to sell yourself. But you cannot sell if you are not equipped. So that thing, it can be presentation skills at your workplace. It can be coordination skill. I have a lady then. We had this session together, Jadi Sola. I just said, you know how to coordinate, you know how to organize. You know, when somebody wants to do birthday, wants to do end of the year, so we say, okay, let us gather so that we can share gifts. So you know how to do this coordination. Just be doing this coordination. She was doing it. She was doing it. I said, this thing we do two things for you. Number one, instead I develop you to go and start your business about gift thing or something, or you will be moved to a role in this organization that what they need is coordination. And God will have it. They brought another, there is, if you watch, I'm trying to look for the people that, you know, there's DSTV and there's Mnet. Yes, there's Mnet. Mnet is the content owner. So they brought a leader, and another CEO for Mnet, director for Mnet Nigeria, Mnet Africa. So she now needs somebody that can do coordinations and everything. Now, they now throw out the internal application. She just will apply, and don't write English, or apply the things you are doing in this office that we are together. I coordinate this, I coordinate that. She was picked. All those people that believed it because they are in HR or because they are in marketing, they speak big English. She said the woman told her that what I saw in you was how you are able to, with your long hour of schedule, how you are able to coordinate those things. I know this person will know what I'm doing, what she's doing. And that's how. Now, it's a two-way, and that's how the way it works. Your coordination skill is not just for church. Display it in the place of work. It can be IT skills. It can be, you just know how things can be arranged. Don't just be doing that. I like the way my house is. My house should be beautiful. Everything should be. Don't just be doing it in your house. Do it in your career too. Let people, let them know you that when it comes to this person, she just wants everything to be set. You are two things that thing will do for you. Two things. So don't just rely just on your core job description. Those things, those strengths is what you will bring to a game. Do it and do it well. Polish it, develop it. That is how to sell yourself. You don't have a job now. What is your strength? This is my strength. You guys did not pay anything now. But I'm out there. I'm pushing. If you have opportunity tomorrow, if you have Jesus' mind, you will remember me now and say, there's one guy like that. His name is Korede. Let's reach out to Korede. That is the way out in this time. We are not, all this competition of, let's start competing with ourselves and leave other nationality. Let them be doing their own. Somebody was telling me that, okay, Dubai wants skillful people to come in. And I said, where are the skillful people? It is high time that me and you now begin to display that skills. That skillful people they are looking. No, there are people here. But because we have forget ourselves and we have think, okay, the only thing I can do is this kind of thing. If you are doing security work, bring out that A. We have seen people that are cleaner in organizations and they have rose because they have displayed their strengths. It is so important. Two things to scale you need for selling: your mind, your skills, and your positioning for profiting. The last part of my session. When we talk about positioning for profiting, we are talking about positioning for value. So what do you need to sell? How to sell you? The final notes now. Number one, position to meet needs. When I say your skills and your strengths, let it be geared towards meeting a specific needs. a needs. I hope, I mean, the last few hours that we've used together, I know I have met someone's needs. Someone is trying, I know I have helped. Okay, I'm trying to use my God. Okay, it's my skills. Okay, it's my heart that I've been trying to use. So I now understand. Position to meet someone's needs every time. Position to meet needs in your organization, in your environment. 2, position to solve problems. When we say positioning for values, selling yourself, how to sell you. Sell yourself to solve problems. Remember, I told you about my value. Be a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. Don't be at the problem side. Hey, get yourself, okay, what has happened? What is the next thing that we'll do? Be having conversations. And when you tell everybody, I know when it comes to this person, it is the solution she will talk. She will not talk about, okay, it has happened, And so what's the next thing we need to do? Let's get out of this. So begin to sell that thing. Don't just sell it to her when we are talking, begin to sell it. Position to sell ideas. Please sell ideas. Whatever your idea, you have, sell it. Oh, they are going to steal it. You see, I told myself something. If I share an idea with you and you take it and you steal it, I'm proud that, okay, that means it's something that can work. Yeah, I will feel bad as a human being, like, oh, my dear, yeah, normally. But I've been able to help myself that, okay, I'm glad, I'm grateful to God, I'm a part of an existing thing. I've been able to contribute a quota to something that exists. And that's the way it works. Self-fear. Somebody's looking at me and asking, yeah, self-fear. People buy fear more than they buy real. Self-fear. Now, I'm going to, there's a lady. I mean, there's a, okay, it's in my note. I think I would write it down in my note. I'm trying to look for a name so that we all can go and do a research and look for her. Now, this lady sell a book in America. Now, she sold empty books. You know what they call empty book? You should publish a book and there should be nothing in it. I was reading about she sold a book and she titled the book, How to Sell a Book. She sold the book and they put the title, How to Sell a Book. Okay, I think I write her name somewhere. I'm trying to get it. How to Sell a Book. And there was nothing in the book. It was an empty from chapter 1 to the last chapter. It was empty. So everybody was selling fear. Everybody was opening the book. There is nothing here now. There is nothing here now. And so when they begin to call her, then she begin to gather informations and she begin to write and then now sell the real book. Everything can sell. When you are selling yourself, sell fear to people. One of the things. Do you know that this can this? They sell fear to us now. If you don't buy this thing, this is will happen. Sell, but don't capitalize on selling fear much. But those are the things. People buy fear. So sell fear. And finally, sell products, position to sell products and services. Sell product and services. I have a full workbook for this session, as in the first evaluating you that we did. I have a workbook I did. It's a workplace effectiveness training workbook. So what I just did was I just pull out that exercise, and that's why it's looking as if you guys are trying to okay, it does not, there is a structure that gets into that. I just pick out only that. So if I'm to use the workbook, there's a place we'll start that we'll reach that place and then continue. But I just pull out that only And that's what we used the other time. And that's why it was, okay, I scored 25. Okay, I scored 32. I don't know. So sell product and sell services. Package, sell you to sell a product and package services. For a product, your idea can be product, your talking can be product. Position to sell needs, especially people that are working, career people. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. And see, this thing helps in such a way that, look, today I have left some organization and I still have connection with people in that organization. They still come and talk to me. Why? Because they're like, okay, when I was there, I positioned myself to solve problems, to solve needs, to solve needs. When I say needs, it's not just because when we say needs, in the part of our world, we think it is about, okay, somebody needs something. No, there's a need in organization, there's a need in your department. It's not that you have to forward. Because at the end of it, do it with a genuine heart. Because at the end of it, they will not mention your name, they will mention everybody. And that's what I do. So position yourself for profiting in uncertain times, position to meet any of these needs. And then you will see yourself scaling. To become great, we need to be bold. Please, we need to be bold. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise around. We need to get out from those noises. There's a lot of information about the policy that is flying around. There's a lot of things. You need to be bold to sell you. And tips to grow boldly. Like I said, be yourself. This is just an addition. Be yourself, lean into your most authentic self. Open your mind, do things in a new way. Lift others, find ways to help people. Don't wait, do it now. Step into leadership. I think with these few words of mine, I've not confused you, but I've been able to convince you that you're valuable. You need to understand yourself, bring yourself into the market with the understanding of yourself. People does not buy, people will buy you. So when you are positioning yourself to sell those things, position your value ahead of you, and then people will begin to buy you. Thank you for your time. It's question Q&A time. So I don't know if anybody has a Q&A. If you have a question, have a contribution, just quickly do that, and then so I can allow you to enjoy your Saturday. Thank you for people joining online. Thank you. Social media. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody with question, comment, contribution, and then we can. Do you have a question? Are we still here? I think I've taken 2 hours of your time.
Yeah. Good afternoon, man of God.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe people are just like dumbfounded after such an impactful teaching this afternoon. So maybe I still under that effect, they will react maybe later. So now we still have time to realize ourselves after everything. So I just want to give all the glory to God, first of all, for this awesome, impactful teaching that we had this afternoon. Thank you very much. And I pray God more grace upon you. And, as our deacon said earlier, the sky will definitely be your starting point. So more grace to you. And as per what we got in the different aspects, the different model from the 1 to 3 that we just had, I basically understood that it has to do with, find you, evaluate yourself, and understand you. Then definitely at the end, through evolution, you sell yourself. And when we get through life, it's true that has to do with the realities that we live here. Frontline, and some of the fears that people are having around not having that audacity to, to think out of the box and to definitely build themselves. And sometimes that's why we said you might be looking for something and they feel like that thing is not far away from you, it's inside you. And definitely something you'll be trying to look for elsewhere is definitely inside you. It has to do with your strength, which is inside you, and the skills that are lying latent most of the times inside us. And that we just definitely need to go down there and seek out that key and definitely bring it out so that you can develop yourself and express yourself in your domain of expertise and all the rest. And alongside, trying to diversify, not to limit ourselves between a certain limited periphery, but try as much as we can to, to think out of the box and not to actually limit ourselves between that sphere or that scope where we are operating. So definitely at my level, especially at this level of strengths and skills, it's something like that has been quite like in the process of following my instinct. It has always worked for me in every aspect because I try as much as I can to be less emotional, although sometimes I get easily irritated. And for me, I believe that the most difficult tussle in life is against yourself. So when you win that tussle against yourself, definitely there is no situation in life that you cannot surmount. So I believe in that deeply. So going through that process of instinct and coming down to like work hard. And this also bring an added value for me really to step down and really have a rethink about the aspect of building really those skills, and because they're not even building in them, but just trying to push them more through, for example, what you did actually, which has to do with reading. And that's actually a problem for us Africans, that aspect of reading. You will go to libraries in Dubai, you will not find Africans there. They are not even, I know where to be found when a library. Books are free in Dubai most of the time. Just go and get them and read. It's a problem, and that's another aspect. They said if you want to hide something to an African or to a Black man, just put it in the book. And that's where it starts. We are looking about examples of being successful. All of us want to be successful, but nobody wants to pay the price. We are looking, for example, at our Papa. When we look at our Papa, Bishop David Oyedepo, when you look at him, Mama had the time one day during Shiloh, I think last year, to show us the library at home and all the books that man has read, that everything is inside books. Everything is inside books. But now, giving that thing and sacrificing, nothing good comes easily, actually. But taking that time to sacrifice ourselves, that time that we use maybe to be on TikTok or maybe to be dancing on whatever song that we're dancing or maybe on social media, use that time. Take a hard copy of a book, or maybe some of the soft copies are there, but you'll actually be distracted. But take hard copies, buy them, some of them, because for me, most of the time, wherever I travel around the world, I always buy books. I went to Nigeria, I bought books. I went to Tanzania, I bought books. I went to everywhere I go, I make sure I buy books, because those sometimes, that's sometimes limited to certain countries or certain sphere or geographical spheres or all the rest. So when you get yourself to that development, that's when you can actually talk about this aspect of knowing who you are actually and actually developing your skills. But all of these things has to do with personal development, and that is found in books. And that's when we Africans, we can step up, because at a certain level we get that fear, and sometimes we underestimate ourselves. But by God's grace, I've always had that possibility, not only coming to Dubai, but being myself in the first company I worked at. I was the first Black to work there, actually. But they were very reluctant to get me in for like 6 months. But actually, by insisting, by persistence, I got in. And when I got in, definitely I was the one that permitted other Blacks to join. And other Blacks then through me, Ghanaians joined, and I was the one training them. Actually, now transferring them now into different teams, maybe were headed by Filipinos, Pakistanis, Indians, and all the rest. But that was a Canadian company. So we need to deliver that self-belief in ourselves and believe that we can make it. And everything around this teaching evolves around everything that we needed actually to step up the game and actually to go for what is outside there, because we are in it. There is a need outside there, and we are the solution. Let's bring the solution to the people, and we will be respected for that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that amazing contributions. I think that's the way up. That's the way down. Development does not just happen. It's about finding it, and not just finding it, using it, using it. And the best place to use your development is on your job. I tell you, it's on your job. The best place to use your development is on your job. I think, Dickie Messi, are you raising your hand?
No, I think it's the last
Okay, the last one. Okay, thank you. Okay, before we go, I just want to, I think people from outside you, Oluwaseun Afolabi, Mrs. Omololu, Mrs. Bisola, anybody, any one of you want to give a contribution? And then before I think that's people from my Jill outside this sphere.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach. I really enjoy your training today. In fact, it's really, really awesome. You know, when we talk about the emotional something, when you want to relate your business with by emotional, it might not lead you well. But in this place, you need to use your brain, the way it appears, the dimension that the business comes. That is how you are going to tackle it.
Mm.
You know, if you want to say, maybe they are selling something like 1,000 naira because it's my family. I want to put emotion and sell below the cost. You know, that business will surely come down. To me, my own analysis there is it's not even your family that build your business, but they are the one benefit from it. It is outsiders that will build your business for you, and they don't have benefits. So when you want to mix emotional with your business, it's not going to lead to anywhere. Do you get what I mean, Coach?
Yes, I do. I got it very clear. Thank you.
So when you say I want to follow my heart, at times when you follow your heart, it's 50-50, if I'm correct.
Yes, you're
It's
correct.
50-50. It's 50-50. Okay, let me follow my heart. The next time this client will still come back. Forgetting that the client has another option. Okay, let me follow my heart. Let the client go. You understand? The client might find something that is suitable for his business or her business elsewhere. And by the time you know it may not come back again. But at the same time, if you say, okay, let me give it to him or her like that, the client might be 100% satisfied, or let me say 80% satisfied. And at the same time, let me follow my heart. Let me sell it at the rate of 1,000 naira. But the client has the opportunity of getting it 600 naira outside. But the way you are going to present your 1,000 naira might be different from the people that is presenting 600.
That's very, very good.
So anyway, they are all. So that's my own contribution.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mrs. Omololu, for that insightful. And you're very, very correct. Emotions, your instincts. I think that you just need to know which one to always bring up in every situation.
Yes, that's what I say, that it depends the dimension the business comes.
Yeah, you're very correct. You're very, very
it
correct.
Depends how the business comes.
And most of us,
by the time
continue.
By the time you are using emotional something, especially to attach it with business, it doesn't work at times. It doesn't work at times. At times, let me say like 90%, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I cannot say because this one is my family, is my sister, let me just let it go. By the time your family have another opportunity or another option outside, they will not come back to you.
That's true.
And by the time you are trying to gather your profit, they are the one that will call, hey, my sister, I need my son's school fees, I need this, I need that. So at times you don't need to mix emotional with your business.
That's true. That's true. It's
you're
very correct. And I just want to address that point, that be careful, because someone say, I'm a very emotional person.
Forget about that.
Forget it. You are not a emotional person. It doesn't
even work. It
doesn't get you anywhere.
Society.
It just, that's it, the word anxiety. Yeah. Thank you very much. I think Matthew Samuel, I can see hand raised. You want to say something, sir?
Thank you very much, Mr. Korede. I really enjoy your teaching today. I've really gained a lot.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of insights. And I pray the Lord will continue to lift you higher and higher. I just wanted to ask this question. A lot of people have made some contributions. I just want to ask this one. It's a very great way to have concluded your sessions by saying that for us to be great, we need to be bold. and you actually gave some tips for us to be bold. But I just wanted to ask, how do you reconcile the possibility of one trying to act bold and then you are being perceived to be arrogant? You know, most times we live in a very fragile society that have different mental images about people, and you try to portray yourself, to exert yourself the way you really are. But at the same time, some society perceives you differently, and sometimes this can hurt your emotions. This can hurt your development. So how do you reconcile these differences? I find myself in the midst of people, and I really want to showcase myself, you know, to put myself in that limelight, in that spot, you know, to sell myself to the people. But then people perceive you to become arrogant, which again is a negative blow on yourself. So you're trying to build, and then you are getting a barrage. So how do you reconcile these differences, sir? Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that great question. Currently, I'm in a situation like this. I know few people are here that can testify to that. It's the way life is designed. Life is designed like that. That in the midst of you trying to set up something, especially it's possible you are just trying to set up a process that everybody can benefit from. It's possible that is what you're trying to do. That even you're being bold is not, I don't know if I'm correct, sir, but I don't know. Even you're being bold, it might not be for your own personal gain. Am I correct, sir?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's just to make everybody that, look, this is the way things should be done. When these things are done, at the end of it, every one of us will benefit from it. But some people will say, no. Number one, you are dealing with people of Asian, people that believes this is the way it is, it has to be that. So you need to understand that, sir. That some people, it's not, there are three people you are dealing with. Some people, they don't have a clue of anything. Some people, they don't have a clue and they don't want to have a clue. Some people, they don't have a clue, but they are arrogant to allow someone bring that clue. And when you are showcasing it to them, it's like as if you are arrogant, but you are not. So my advice is, sir, stay on the quality of what you are doing. As long as you believe on it, as long as you know it is right, just don't do it and go back. For them to say, oh, people say he's trying to, just stay on it, know when to push it, know when to hold it, know when to push it, know when to hold it. Don't always talk again. Don't always want to push your idea up again. Always allow them to like talk. But each time you are about to say something, each time you're about to speak, make sure whatever you are bringing the solution. Stay at the side of your solution. Then gradually, don't do paddy. Just always just be like a single solution. Stay at the side of your solution. Don't make your words seem as if you are trying to impose, because they will have that feeling. Try always not to try to impose, not let them feel that impose on them. I'm not imposing on you. I'm just trying to let us see these things and always have this like this. Okay, you know what? Have a feeling of I want to carry every one of us. I want to carry every one of us along. I want to carry every one of us along. Always let people have that feelings like they are part of it. Oh, you need it. You have to. We have to do this. Just stay on your boldness. This is what you believe in. This is what you know. You've done it. It has helped you, and you're trying to make it other. But just take it gradually. I tell you an example. In my career, I work with someone. I won't say toxic. I won't say. I shared an example that I'm in management and I'm in medicine. So I work with someone that he's in medicine. And me, this management boy. So my superior was giving me opportunity to showcase. For this person, we had an event one time, and we were in Abuja, Nigeria, and I wanted to write an abstract. And I went to this person, I said, let's write an abstract. Nobody was writing. So I wrote one. I sent it to my Oga. She loved it. She said, okay, you know what? Go and do this abstract. Go there, explore. I got there. We were in the conference together. I was presenting abstracts. Everybody was sitting down. After the abstract, you called me and say, why would I, I'm reporting to her then, that why would I present abstract without allowing you to be, you should be the one to present this abstract. It should not be me. But I said, ma, but I asked you, you said no. That is this. I was just, I cried that day. I called my, she said, calm down, just calm down. She gave me 2 advice. Say, if what you are doing is genuine, keep doing it. Don't be rude, just focus on it, and gradually the difference will show and you will emerge. And that's the same advice I'm going to give it to you. If what you're doing is sincere and you know it's to benefit others, every one of us, stay on it. Don't step on toes. Keep doing it. Oh, when they shout, keep quiet when they are like, but make sure every time you are showing, you are displaying the solution. They might not accept it, just make sure you are displaying the solution. And then you will, today, I'm being vindicated. God has helped me in my little way to stand in the career because of I listen to stay on it, be positive, and don't offend others. I hope I'm able to answer your questions, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Korede. Yes, you did. Actually, what the question I asked was based on experience I had about 13 months ago, where in my organization. So they had a policy which they made a decision at the top, but we who are running the day-to-day operations, because usually management they lost touch with reality. We are the one facing the reality, so they make decisions without proper consultations at the floor. And then when they make these decisions, they try to impose it on us, and where we try to make recommendations based on what the actuals, what's happening on ground, and then they will see you as being deviant and arrogant and trying to oppose their decisions. And most times their decisions always don't work. And
they now come back.
Yeah, so that is the situation.
But you know that they will not come back to you like, do you understand? A management will not come back to you to make you feel like what you said is right. That's the truth. But
they will never.
They will find a way to, okay, let's have another meeting and okay, I think what you said is a lie. What they are trying to do is that thing that you said that they ignore. And I've seen it work in this country that we are. That's just reality, especially with the most porous nationality in this country that we have. When you talk, okay, come and say, leave them, let them just shout. Later, they will go, you, my friend, you said something the other time. You want to listen, come and listen now. Do you understand? But just stay on what you're doing, and then you will continue to emerge. Do you get? You continue to emerge. Desire, you want to ask question? We already take people time already. We should be shutting down.
Okay, thank you very much, man of God. From our lessons, we got that the brain, the heart, and the instinct, they are interwoven in one way or another. Yeah. So now, and you advise us to basically try to forward much more on, to focus, I beg your pardon, much more on the brain, which is the logical aspect, and the instinct, which has to do with the gods. And to downplay emotions. So to which extent can we do this? And is it a possibility? Because for me, most of the time in the aspect of emotions, that's always like gotten me gaga on a lot of aspects, professionally talking. So is there a way professionally to completely erase or eradicate, if I can say like that, the emotional aspect of things? That's one. Okay. And secondly, for us that are striving for greater spiritual growth, sometimes the logical aspects have some kind of limitation sometimes, because when you want to follow the instinct, which has to do interwoven some way with the word that coming from the Almighty God, and sometimes you have that step that you're following ahead. And this has to do with the spiritual aspect. How do you now find out the proper middle between being less logical and sounding and actually following that instinct that has to do with the word of God or the Zoe inside you?
Okay, thank you very much for that brilliant question. And so let me bring it like this. See, don't downplay your emotions, because you still need your emotions. You still need to be emotional about some things. Do you understand? I mean, you still need to have emotion. Is human feeling. That's what emotion is all about. And so it can be hot, it can be cold. Do you understand? But don't always allow your emotions to rule you. And so for you not to follow the emotion rule you, emotions will not rule you if you follow rules and policy. Okay, now I set an example one day. It's been long, my boss. There was traffic. And it happens that she got to work that day. I don't know, maybe she get there 7 and we got in like, we used to resume 9 and we got in like 9:12, 9:10. And me, I used to come very early. As in I come, maybe I'm one of the first person that come like 8 o'clock. But that day there was traffic, I came 9. But she won't do every one of us query. I feel like, but she said, yes, there's traffic. Yeah, she was there. She left the house and she asked kids. It was query. Every one of us now. She didn't allow, if she wants to allow emotion, say, okay, yeah. But the rules, the policy, this is what the policy say. So for you not to allow your emotion to rule you, follow rules, follow guidelines. Don't rule of your emotions, but don't always bring your emotion to play when it comes to decision making, especially decision making about something that is about your life, because our emotions can sometimes rule over us to make decisions and that we'll regret. For example, you have a family member at your workplace or your friend in your workplace, you are the superior, but because he's your friend, both of you are living in the same house, he's now messing up at work, he's not delivering his assignment at work, and you now say, okay, because he's my friend, if I do anything now, it is me that, no, you are allowing emotions to play, and it can affect you negatively. Mrs. Amololu was talking about it, about family and this, and that's the truth. Your family will go out and buy it from another place. That employee will leave you if he or she finds another job, or if you are working together in the same organizations and he or she have an opportunity, he or she will apply for that job and become your boss while you are still trying to. Okay, I tell you an example lately. I have a client I'm working with. And I was so bold and I told the client that, look, we need to have a discussion. I asked the client some few questions. This person is so close to me. And then I said, look, this. I just asked. So I was not I didn't allow my emotions to play. I just needed clarity. And I want the person to just give clarity. That's all. So it's not per se that, okay, this person is my client like that. No, the person is even closer to me. And I asked that question not because of I have any negative ulterior motives. I don't, but I just needed to, okay, I see the way we are going and know we need a scaling. So I didn't, if my emotion was ruling after me, I was like, no, don't let it. I said, this person here, so that she will not feel. But I'm not doing it bad. I know that in that business, one day, those questions will needed to be asked. So let's begin from me. And that's the way it works. That's your emotion. Now, finally, you asked the question about spirituality and everything. Yes, instinct to us as a Christian is the Holy Spirit that tells you things. The spiritual leads, but there is a saying that says God has given you apple. You are the one that will go and do apple juice. Apple is God provide. God did not produce apple juice. It is human that produces apple juice. Somebody sit down and say, you know, when we shrink this apple, water will come into it and we'll put it inside a cup and everybody can drink it. So you can be taking apple benefit either by drinking or by eating. Right? And so when you take the whole thing from heaven, that is your instinct. So you need your brain to process it and process it well. God asks you to say, you know what, you need go and bid for that contract. You will not get there and say, Good morning. You will not wear, if you are going for bidding contract, you will not wear you will not wear polo now and say, because God has spoken to me this morning that this contract is my contract. Good morning. Please, I'm here. You will still sit down, work on your presentation, work on your everything, and then you go and present. That is the logic. That is where your brain, that's where you need your brain to work. Your instinct as a spiritual person, you receive, you bring it on your table, you work the plan out, and then you pursue. But never, 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 never allow your emotions. You need your emotion, don't rule it out, because you need human feelings to make decisions. Do you get? But don't allow it to rule you, because if it rule you, you will make decisions that you will come and regret. Do you understand? And finally, I just want to talk about the power of conversation. Please, always use the power of conversation in everything. I mean, either you are at a workplace or you're a business person. I discovered this light lately and it's working. Please talk, always have conversation. When you're feeling something odd about a job in your place, or you have about your business, whatever it is, or about someone, don't just say, I don't want to talk so that this person will not see me as a bad person. Don't, and when you are going there, I think I shared this video yesterday, when you are going there, don't go with defensive and offensive, like I want to go and see. It's natural for that person to take it negatively. It's fine, that's how it is. But always have conversation, call people to talk, say, sir, I'm noticing something. This is my question. I'm not clear. I want to get clearance. So ask question and answer, and ask. I said yesterday that ask question and give answers to question. It helps you. Now, when you do those things, that's my final word, and we're done. Power of conversation. It helps you. It gives you inner peace. It helps your mental alert. And finally, it makes you create more impact. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we are all blessed because I'm blessed.
Okay, so thank you very much for this. So when are we having the next Unbox series with Coach Korede? Because there are many other people we need to benefit from this. Really, haven't had the time really to invite a lot of people. But what is happening here, I'm like quite amazed to spend these 3 hours of deep insight, and I believe that there are a lot of people that will be blessed by this. Sincerely.
All right. Thank you very much. That's a very good question. We will be having it. I'm looking forward to have the next session. I'm looking forward to for us to have a physical class, where for us in Dubai, and then anybody physical class. Let's have a touch of it. But we are working on logistics. We believe God will give us grace and to be able to get it in. That's just it. Very soon we will announce the thing. You know, we are working with instinct, logic. You get it? Up, down. That's what we get it. Thank you very much. The next one will be announced very soon. Everyone, my ideal people, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Amolulu. HR, thank you very much. I think I saw, this is Lara, right?
Thank you also too.
Yeah. Ideal Visa, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much, everyone. It's been an amazing time. I hope for those online, for those on Facebook, for those on Instagram, I hope I've been able to use my little life to bless you. And I know that we will not fail. That's the most important thing. Let's keep investing in ourselves. Let's keep building ourselves. Let's keep being on the positive side every time. Don't step on people's shoes. Quick to apologize. Stay on what you believe, and you will see God lifting you in Jesus' name.
Thank you so much. Amen.
I'm going to pray. So let us pray.
Sure.
Father, we thank you. We bless your name for this privilege to learn. Nobody knows anything. You are the one that downloaded what you want us to know to us. You just use someone to say it, and then we return all the glory to you. Father,
thank you.
We want to do well in life. We want, everybody here wants to do well, wants to impact his generation, wants to leave a positive mark, wants to do well on their job, wants to show that you are God, that you can bless people, that people can use your wisdom to do great things at work and business. We ask in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ that you release grace upon us in Jesus' name. We don't just want to be a hearer, we want to do it. Help us to do it. and let there be testimony in the name of Jesus. I call the blessings of the Lord upon the works of our hand in Jesus' name. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God who teacheth thee thou to prosper. Lord, I ask that you teach every one of us to prosper on our job and our businesses in the name of Jesus. I pray the blessing of God upon the works of our hand. Bless everybody's work, everybody's business. Bless everybody's work in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, thank you guys. I love you all. God bless you. See you some other time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.